Should be working now. Let's see. What do you got over here? Is it working? Find out. Testing. More testing. Library. Come on, you. Videos. There we go. Says it's live. It's live. Videos. There we go. Cool. All right. Says it's live. Ha. Ha. Oh, how do I get comments on this one again? I think I go in here. Email everyone. No. I get comments right there. There we go. I got this. I'm figuring it out, you guys. This stuff's hard. Oh, I made a mess. That's all right. All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Today is Tuesday, March 31st, 2020. My name's Jeremy, and this is my first cup of coffee. I am looking forward to getting back to simpler, just putting a phone on a tripod and doing this show. But I need to get better at using Minicam because guess what? You know what we're doing tomorrow night? You know what we are doing? We are having what I, without really permission, deemed to call a super podcast. Sensei Jared Wilson of Martial Thoughts wrote me a message and he said, hey, what if you and me and Ando from Fight for a Happy Life did a live thing on Facebook together? And I went, that's awesome. Let's do it. So guess what we're doing tomorrow? Tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, we are doing that show. I'm really excited for it. We're going to record it. We're going to post it. I don't entirely believe that this thing is showing me comments. Where do I get chat? Here's chat. There we go. Okay. So we're going to do that tomorrow night. So I'm really pumped about it. Jared and I did a test on some of the tech side of it yesterday. There still looks like one thing we got to figure out, but we're figuring it out, right? You work through this stuff. In fact, I might do another test today with him or with someone else, try and get that figured out. But I'm excited. I'm excited to talk to my friends. I'm excited to do some different kind of content that we haven't done before. I've never done this before, so how great is that? Yeah. Now Monday, what was Monday? Monday was yesterday. Did a bunch of consulting work, ran to Costco, grabbed food for weeks. I think the only thing I might need to get through weeks would be any fresh food and eggs. Spent a ton of money. But if the whole idea of this is to leave the house as little as possible, kind of got to go buy a bunch of food. I'm glad I had a chest freezer. Guess what? Guess what Costco doesn't have any more of? Chest freezers. When I went, I bought that a month ago, maybe 6 weeks, and I think there were 4 of them. And I'd wanted to get one. I'd been planning on it for a while, and I said, you know what? It's time. And it wasn't even tied to what's going on right now. I just said, it's time. I'd been holding off on it. I said, let's get it. And just slowly building up a stockpile. That's the wrong word. Just building up some food. Having some extra food. And so yesterday when I went, I bought a number of things. They had, the beauty of a chest freezer is when things are on sale, you can stock up and save a lot of money. And so there was what do they have? Cod was $4.99 a pound, so I bought $30 of fish. I bought more than that actually, closer to 40. I bought a lot of fish. Let's put it that way. And had a big piece of it last night for dinner. It was great. What else did I do? Not much. I'm just trying to stay busy. I'm trying to work on different projects so my life feels varied. Because let's face it, my life has always been based around here, and what gives it variety is the ability to leave and go to the gym and go to martial arts classes and go spend time with friends and go out to restaurants. None of those are options. It's all happening from here. So I'm trying to find ways. And some of those ways are doing things like, hey, maybe I'll podcast with a couple friends tomorrow night. You know, that kind of stuff. So that's fun. The first, 10 minutes of this show will have no audio, and no one will know what I said. Ha! I'm not going to repeat it, though. You can go back and lip sync if you That's really yesterday's. I don't want yesterday's. I want today's. Is the audio coming through today? That's yesterday's. I don't want yesterday's. I want today's. Yeah, it's working. Okay, good. Audio's working. Figuring it out. Nobody's watching right now. That's okay. So what am I going to spend my time with? I'm going to work out. You know, I'm finally going to do this morning because I've been pushing it off for weeks. And if I don't do it, I'm going to wait another 3 months. My accountant needs a few more things to file my taxes. There's here are these 8 reports that we need. And they sent me that list 3-4 weeks ago. And I went, I don't want to do it. I have this mental block around taxes. I just don't like dealing with them. I don't like paying them. I don't like putting in the time. And then I realized yesterday, you know what? There's a chance you're getting a refund this year. So let's go ahead and get that work done, because having some money come back wouldn't be a bad thing. So I'm going to do that. That's what I'm doing as soon as first cup's done. And then what else is going on today? I got a podcast interview at 9, and then from there on, it's just a bunch of work. Just doing work all over the place. Lots of work. Getting it done. And then I'll work out tonight. Yeah, just figuring this stuff out. You know, it's all we can do. It's all we can do. And I feel a little guilty because there isn't a lot to say. But let's see about the questions. I bet there's some questions, some comments. Let's see what we got going on here. Boom. Here we go. Thanks, Frank. Very recently, the FDA redesigned the nutrition facts label for food here in the U.S. Have you had a chance to look into this new development? I haven't. I don't buy a lot of packaged food, and I'm not sure what they changed. Now, they've changed things over time, and there's always controversy about when they've changed it as to, why are they changing it? What are they trying to call attention to? What, if when they change it, what is getting less attention? So I've got a computer here. So let's take a look. New FDA nutrition label. There we go. We got it. The new nutrition facts label reflects updated scientific info, including the link between diet and chronic diseases, such as obesity and heart disease. The new label will make it easier for you and your audience to make more informed food choices. That doesn't tell me what I need to know. What's changed? It's all FDA links. How about this one? What is changing? Larger, darker letters for calories and fat. Oh, here's a graphic. Cool. Now, I'm not sure if they're changing it again or if Frank's referencing what in the grand scheme is a fairly recent change from 2016. We've got some bold stuff, updated daily values, new they're including a line for added sugars. Nutrients don't just have percentages, they have actual amounts. And there's a new footnote about percent daily value. On the surface, this seems like a great thing, and it probably is a better thing. But the FDA, I mean, let's face it, they were the ones behind the food pyramid. They've been the ones behind so much crap that has made people unhealthy and honestly has killed people. So I think it's important to understand food and how it works and how it impacts your body and not pay attention so much to these labels as percentages, but knowing what you should be putting in your body and how it makes you feel. Just because the FDA labels say you can eat a pint of ice cream every day doesn't mean you should. I mean, you could easily construct a diet where you could eat a pint of ice cream every day. Because let's face it, most people aren't burning 2,000 calories a day. Most people are burning more. Or even half. Let's just say half a pint of ice cream. Half a pint of ice cream is my dinner, and I eat, a reasonable breakfast and lunch. It's not going to make you healthy. It's not going to provide everything you need. And so this focus on calories that we've had in society is just, it's not worthwhile. It's not a good use of money as it applies to food and then health. But a good question. If nutrition is so foundational for good health, then why do you think most healthcare practitioners have such limited knowledge on the subject? This is where some people might label me a conspiracy theorist. Okay. Most medical practitioners are coming out of school with curriculums involving textbooks written by pharmaceutical companies. I have heard from many doctors, and not in in-person conversations, but podcasts and such. So there might be some selection bias there. But doctors get very little to no. Most get no education on nutrition. That's why a nutritionist is a separate profession and a separate certification. And there are some really stringent laws around what you can and cannot say if you're not a nutritionist. It makes logical sense to most people that food leads to whatever your body makes. Every cell in your body is the result of air and water and light and food and genetic code. We can easily impact all but the genetic code, right? So if you choose what goes into your body, if you're smart about your food choices, you can have a dramatic impact on what cells are generated. There are some doctors out there who are upset because Americans don't want to do their work. They just want to take a pill. Sorry, medical industry, you spent decades telling us that's what we needed. They've conditioned people that all you have to do is take this pill. And now that's what we have. We have a bunch of people who just want to take a pill because that's what they were taught. That's what has become instilled in our society. We are in the midst of a revolution on that, though. You have doctors that some are calling them functional medicine doctors. Great. these people are much more reasonable in their approach to medicine, in my opinion. Uh, Food, exercise, lifestyle choices, these are all much more fundamental, impacting way, bad sentence. These are all much more impactful ways to get what we want, to get what we need. And there's an option. I mean, you can do that. You can certainly do that. I'm not sure if there are questions coming in, so I'm switching over. And good morning, Stacy. 20 years from now, this is going to be a really different thing. We're seeing the end of big pharma the way it is now. People are starting to realize, wait a second, these pills aren't all they're cracked up to be. When we get to a point where comedians' jokes about medication are cliche, that's a sign that we all know what's going on. I take this pill to address this symptom, and then I take these 45 other pills for the variety of symptoms that one and then the others end up causing. It's not a good way to do it. We'll get there. So to answer it simply, because doctors aren't taught that nutrition matters, which is sad.
If I turn this up here.
Where is it? Where are my questions? There it is. Apparently that's not the best way to get there. Navigating this from my phone is a little challenging. There we go. In yesterday's episode, you mentioned vitamin C. Other than oranges, what are some good sources of vitamin C? Citrus fruit is what we all know as being kind of the standard for vitamin C. Kiwi actually has more vitamin C, if I remember. It's something like a good sized kiwi is like 4 times the vitamin C of an orange. Most fruit has vitamin C. If you're just looking to maintain health, a good diverse diet is going to give you all the vitamin C you need and most nutrients. But let's face it, a multivitamin is pretty inexpensive. And having separate vitamin C, whether that be in pill form or the emergency fizzy powders for times when yesterday we talked about it from the perspective of using it like an antihistamine for allergies or fending off illness or whatever, having those around is a good idea. I like the emergency packets. I'll carry those around. They taste good, and there's some sugar in there. And it's a lot of vitamin C, and there's some other good stuff in there. But if you want the least expensive way, just get a bottle of vitamin C pills. I mean, it's pretty easy. You can break them up. You know, they're generally a tablet, not a capsule. You know, you can probably get a lifetime supply for $20. Don't get that much. You don't need that much. Vitamin C is in everything, which is how do I answer that without going deep? Food is here to keep us alive, not just calorically, but in terms of nutrients. If something is important for us to have, it's in a lot of different things. Vitamin C is in a lot of different things. Vitamin C is in kale, if I remember correctly. It's in a lot of stuff. So keep that in mind. All right. I'm going to go. This was an awkward episode because of the questions, and I apologize for that. But give me a few more days with this software, and we'll be back to the normal way of doing this And yeah, just figuring it out. I am impressed with how minimal the delay is on this software. I'm impressed with how minimal. See, I just said that. On this software. I'll turn the audio off. All right, I'm gonna go pull all those reports and send them to my accountant. It's amazing how much of a gut response. I just don't want to do that, but I'm gonna do it. I hope you have a great day. I hope you get the opportunity to get outside. It's rainy and gross, and I have new snow on the ground here. Yay, snow! I get my snow tires off Thursday. What else? Just have a good day. Find some joy. Find things in your life that make you happy. One of the things that I'm going to do today, I got a bunch of stuff to put away in my house. I can feel that my house is just, it's not the way it's supposed to be. There's a lot of clutter from projects and things, and I'm going to fix that because that makes me feel better about my space. And I'm going to do that as early in the day as I can because that will help me be in my space better. Maybe you have something similar. Either way, have a great day. I'll see you back here tomorrow, and enjoy. Take care. Peace.